And I'll start by inviting you to sit with your legs crossed, either on the ground or a block. And I'm going to ring these bells to get us started. But before I do, find a nice tall spine. And the purpose of this is just to make some space to come to your practice. I know it's a busy time of year. Everybody's got responsibilities. But let's start by just clearing the space and making the space for the practice. So once you are seated upright, hands on your legs, close your eyes. I'm going to just ring the bell. And then we're going to take 3 breaths together. And from there, we're just going to go deeper within and connect to the sensation of the body and to the breath. So let's begin. We'll take 3 breaths together at your own pace. Go deep within, connecting to what you're feeling, any sensation. And of course, going deep to connect to your breathing. Then when I ring the bells again, go ahead and blink your eyes open, but hold on to that sense of connection to yourself and to the breath. Okay, you can come off of the yoga block or blanket if you're sitting on it. And then we're going to lie down on our back. So just coming to the floor, lying down on your back, and then crossing your legs as you do. So taking time to cross the legs and then just opening your hips. Let's go ahead and stretch the arms towards the ceiling and then take a bend of the arms and hold the elbows. So again, our legs are crossed, and just kind of notice which one is on top or in front, and notice which arm is on top. And we're just going to start to circle the arms as we hug the elbows, circling the arms. You can have your eyes open, looking up, or you can have your eyes closed. Just think of it as lubricating the shoulder and the arms. Let's change directions now, circle in the opposite direction. And then come back to the middle. Now change the cross of the legs, put the other one on top, and then change the cross of the arms, hugging the elbows with the other arm on top. And again, reach the arms overhead and start to circle. Keeping that awareness of what's going on deep inside and what sensation you're feeling. Keeping that connection to your breath. Good. Let's switch, change directions, circle the other direction. All right, and then slow down. And now just bring the soles of your feet to press and stretch your arms up towards the ceiling and clasp your hands with the soles of your feet pressing together and your fingers pointing straight up. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, let the arms fall overhead. On the inhale, reach the arms back up. Let's go again 4 more times. Stretch the arms overhead. Stretch them up to the ceiling. Just noticing the sensation in the arms, where they feel tight, where they feel strong, maybe where they feel weak. It's kind of a eye opener. And then stretch the arms overhead, hold, press the feet together. Good, and then reach the arms back up, release, and let's go ahead and bring the feet to the long edges of your mat. Let your arms open like cactus position, palms face up. Really press down into your feet, and then let your knees fall from one side to the other, and turn your head the opposite side of where your knees are falling. And just think of just getting a nice flossing of your hips. You can go nice and slow, or you can move moderate pace. Last one of each of these. And then the next time you do it, hold. So let the knees fall to one side, turn your head away. Take a couple big breaths. Change sides, let the knees fall to the other direction, turn your head away. Take a couple deep breaths. Good, and then let the knees point up. Bring your feet to the floor, hips width apart, and let's hold on to the backs of the legs. Pull your knees in towards your chest. And if you'd like, you can rock up and down if that's available to you. If that's not available to you today, just come up to seated. So we'll take it up to seated. We'll meet in that upright position again, legs crossed or one leg in front of the other, whatever you'd like. And just rearrange your sit bones if you need to. Just find that nice extension, wide space in your hips. Let's go ahead and turn the palms up and reach up towards the ceiling. Once your arms are up, see if you can bring your palms together. Look up. Keep pressing those sitting bones down. And then we're going to, excuse me, then we're going to go down with the right hand and take that side stretch. Just try to keep that left sitting bone on the ground. Good job. One more breath. And then let's take it back up. Press those palms together, maybe look up. And then we'll go the other side. Let the left hand come down, lean left. You can look up or down or straight ahead. We're going to do it one more time. So here we go. Let's take it all the way up. Press the palms. Find the length. Right hand down. Get ready to come back up. Press the palms, look up. And left hand down. And all the way back up. Press the palms. And then lower your hands to the chest. Close your eyes. Just like we did at the beginning, just take a little time to connect again deep within. All right, and then we'll open our eyes. One more circle of the arms, reach all the way up. Palms press, and then carve a line down towards your chest and bring your hands to the floor for a forward fold. So stretching the hips out, pressing your hips back. Let's begin to walk the hands forward as much as you'd like, or you can bring your arms down. We're gonna just carve out about 4 breaths here. And just be aware of what leg is in front, because you know we'll have to switch sides later. And let the head go. Finish one more breathing cycle here. And then begin to walk up. Press your hands back and recross the legs, other one in front or on top. Inhale, stretch up. Palms press, find the length in this upright seated position. Now we're going to move into a twist. So twist to the right. And make sure you're twisting from your mid back, not your low back. That'll protect your back. Start to twist from your mid back, looking, gazing over your right shoulder. And we're going to carve out 4 breaths here. Time to really enjoy the twist. 1. Keep gazing over your right shoulder. 2. Relaxing the shoulders. 3. Relaxing the face. 4. Now gently come back around to center with a sweep of the arms up, a press of the palms. Find that length, and then we'll twist to the left. Same thing. Make sure you're twisting from the mid back. Move gaze over your left shoulder. 1. 2. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Keep gazing. 3. We're stretching our eyes. And 4. Finish that breath. And then release, circle the arms all the way back up again. Press those palms and bring them back down to the chest and fold forward and maintain a long spine as you walk your arms forward, or maybe just bend your arms and maybe rest your head on your hands, any variation you'd like. Last breath in this forward fold. Just notice what side of your body you're feeling it in, and then we'll walk our hands to come all the way back up with a nice circle of the arms as we take that stretch overhead again, and then hands to our heart. All right, let's recross the legs. And again, take that upright position. And now we're just going to close the eyes, and I want you to just circle out your head. Go in any direction you'd like to begin. And then switch directions. And then we'll finish up. Right, tuck the chin. You can look down, gaze at your heart, at your chest. And then carve a line with your nose, with your chin, as you come back up and gaze upward towards the ceiling. And then come back to center. All right, good job. Now here you may want to use the yoga strap. So we'll begin by taking that right arm up and then bending the arm as we walk I'll turn this way. So we take the right arm up, then bend the elbow, walk the hand down your back. Begin by just pressing down. Let's just take time for this. Collarbones open, shoulder blades open, sliding down the back. And then if you've done this before, you can reach the left arm back in stages, bend the left arm. Maybe your fingers will hook. If they don't hook, that's where you'll use the yoga belt. And we've done this before. You can reach back and then grab the belt and walk your hands as close together as possible. So either using the belt or the clasp. Let's enjoy 4 more breaths here. And also relaxed jaw, maybe a smile. No chin tucking. Keep a nice level chin. Awesome. Good. Last breath here, whatever variation you're doing, and then release. All right. Once we release, hands to the shoulders and just circle out. Should feel good. Just to let that go. All right, let's go again on the other side. So again, left arm reaches up, turn the palm back, and walk the fingers down the middle of your back. Press down. We'll go in stages. So you can judge how open you feel or how flexible. If you want to get the strap and get ready, you can do that now. Or you can try to hook your fingers or your ponytail or your shirt. I've seen girls hold their ponytails in class instead of a strap. Let's take 4 breaths here, eyes open or closed. Let your chest open up, your spine continue to be tall. All right, we'll finish off that last breath cycle here, and then release from that. Once again, shoulder rolls. All right, excellent. And we'll move on. So we can set the strap aside. We might use it later. Let's see. Yeah, we might use it later, but for now you can set it aside. Okay, so let's go ahead and reach the left leg forward. So you should be facing the long side of your mat. Reach your left leg forward and the right leg is bent. Actually, just thought of something. You might want to use your strap here. Let's sit up nice and tall, press into your sitting bones. Let the left foot flex and point a little bit, and then keep it held flexed. All right, so we're sitting up nice and tall, and then we're just going to start to fold forward. You can walk your hands forward or use the yoga strap to put it on your left foot. Let's carve out some time to open up the back of that left leg now. Take 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Begin to walk yourself back up. All right. Now let's switch sides. Stretch your right leg long and press the left foot inside the right leg. Sit up tall, begin to point and flex your right foot. And then from here, begin to walk forward. You can walk on the leg or on the yoga mat or use the strap around your right foot. And just take about 4 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And walk yourself all the way back up. All right, go ahead and stretch the legs out long again. Press down and flex your feet. Flexing those feet. Now we're going to come in with the right leg. We're going to bring it close in. We're going to get ready for a twist. So let's just sit upright and hug in with that right leg. Keep your left leg long on the floor, your left foot flexed. We're going to take the right hand behind us, press into the mat, reach your left arm high. And then we're going to bend it and press the elbow outside the right knee. And again, make this twist from the middle of your back. Begin to gaze over your right shoulder. 3 breaths. 4 breaths, sorry. 2, 3, and 4. Gently unwind. And let's come back to that forward fold. Let the right leg flatten and fold down gently over the left. Good, and begin to press up. Let's stretch the legs out long again. Maybe even give them a shake if you need to. We're going to do the twist now. Gather the left knee in and give it a hug. Sit up tall. Getting ready for our twist to the left. Let's take the left hand to the mat behind us. Reach right up with the right arm and then hook it outside your left knee and start to look over your left shoulder. 4 breaths. You can press your thumb First finger together if you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. Now back down with that left leg. Sit up tall and then fold over the right. And begin to come all the way back up. Let's take butterfly pose now, soles of feet together. If you want less of a stretch, bring your heels further away. If you want more of a stretch, bring your heels close or find something in between. All right, sit up nice and tall, nice and upright. The crown reaching up. And then leaning forward for the weighted butterfly, arms pressing into the legs, crown reaching forward towards the front of your mat. Let's hold 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we come all the way back up. Use your hands to help the knees up. And from here, we're going to press into our feet and have our hands facing this way behind our back, pressing down. We're going to lift our hips, maybe an inch or 2 from the ground, and then come back down. So we're like swinging up and down till you're ready to lift, 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 lift. Hips in line with knees, look straight ahead. Or let your head hang back. 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm counting too fast today. And 4. Lift the hips a little higher. And then gently and slowly lower back down. All right. You can cross your legs to come up to all 4s. Guess I'll face this way today. Let's come up to all 4s. And bring your big toes together, your knees out a little wider. You can use a yoga block in child's pose to rest your head or your arms. We're taking child's pose. So maybe rest the head on the block, or another thing you can do is rest your arms on the block, head on the mat, or don't use the block at all. And use this child's pose again, just to gather you back inward to sensation, to breath. Last breath in child's pose. And if you do have the block, you can come off of it, set it aside. And then we're going to press up and we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to start by keeping the right hand on the ground. So our legs are still in child's. Reach the left arm up and thread it under your right. We'll stay here, 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and release. Come back to child's. Rest your head up. Bring your hands up a little closer to the middle, and then we'll reach the right arm up and thread the needle under the left. 1, 2, 3. Unthread. Bring your hands. Press yourself up. Bring your knees so that we're in just a nice solid tabletop position. Go ahead and spread your fingers as wide as you can and experiment with clawing and then stretching your fingers. You can claw if that feels good through the cat and cows, or you can keep your hands flat. Let's begin. Focus on the blades, the shoulder blades. Draw the shoulder blades down your back for cow. Tail is lifting. And then for cat, focus is on belly. Pull the belly up. And again, stretch the shoulder blades. Go ahead on your own, focusing on belly and blades. I'm noticing that I'm breathing out through my mouth today. If that feels good to you, go ahead. Any kind of breathing that nurtures your movements through these cat and cows. Focusing on the blades, shoulder blades as they stretch. Focusing on the belly. Last one of each. And then liberate yourself from the belly and the blades and move any way that feels good, side to side, circling. Go ahead and feel free to just move in any way in tabletop that you'd like. Slow it down and come back to tabletop. All right. So from tabletop, we're going to kneel now. We're just going to kneel on the shins and lift up. So we're just coming with the crown of the head reaching up to the ceiling. And we're going to take our hands to our back, fingers face down. Toes can be tucked or flat. Relax your shoulder blades. Just pressing the hips slightly forward, keeping the hands on your low back, maybe lifting your gaze up towards the ceiling. This is a slow entry into a back bend. We're not taking the full camel. You can, if you want, you can reach for your heels, but I'm just cueing a gentle back bend. Let's go ahead and take 2 more breaths, just taking this time to arch the back. And then let it go. And once again, sit back and bring your hands back down to the ground. We're going to take a downward dog now. So let's begin by spreading the fingers, and the wrist wrinkles face the short edge of your mat. Press into the index fingers, the middle fingers, the ring finger, the pinky finger, and then finally press into your thumb. And let's tuck our toes and slowly press up with our hips. And find your downward dog footing. Feel free to take the dog for a walk. And then after you've taken the dog for a walk, find stillness. You can rest your gaze back at your legs or your toes. Find stillness and connection with your breath. From stillness, lift your heels and press into your toes. And then lower your heels down. Go 2 more times. Lift your heels, press into your toes, keep your toes nice and wide spread, and then lower your heels. Let's go 1 more time. Heels lift, really giving your toes a nice stretch, and then heels lower. From here, come back down to tabletop. All right. Tabletop position. Now we're going to work on a little bit of balance. Stretch your right arm forward and your left leg back. Gaze down at your yoga mat and try to keep the crown of your head reaching forward, away from your heel. And feel your buttocks moving out of your hips, maybe slightly firming them. Keep the back long and then bend the elbow and bend the knee. So we're not rounding today, we're just bringing the knee and the elbow to a bend. Let's go again, stretch forward, keeping everything long, and then bend the elbow and the knee. Pull the core in. Got it? Let's go again a few more times. So we're not rounding the back, we're keeping the spine nice and long. Last one, stretch, and then bend the elbow, bend the knee, hold. Stretch, balance. Nice job. And then bring everything back down. Sit back on the shins and release your wrists. Maybe roll them, wiggle them, stretch them. And we're going to go again. We're going to repeat that same thing. Let's come up, that kneeling position. Hands to the low back. This variation of the camel pose. Lift your gaze. Press your hips slightly forward. 2 breaths. 1. And 2. Good. Come back down. Back to table. And again, just maybe side to side or some circular movements before we do that balance on the other side. All right, here we go. Let's extend the left arm forward, the right leg back. Hold and balance, hold and breathe. And then keeping the crown of the head reaching forward. The buttocks moving away from and out of the hips. Let's bend the elbow and the knee. Pull the belly in. That's it. Stretch back. Bend the elbow and the knee. So this is it's a lot different than when we usually round and arch the back. Let's go 3 more. You can look down or straight ahead. And last one, bend the elbow, bend the knee. Hold, 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 hold. And then stretch, stretch, stretch. And release back down. All right, getting ready for second downward dog. Fingers are widespread. Maybe move the hand to handprint in front, maybe not. Press into the thumb, the pointers, the middle, the ring, and the pinky. This time, we're going to go in stages. Tuck the toes behind you and hover. Push away from the ground. Hover, hover, hover. Toes are tucked. And lift up into down dog. We're going to do it this way and then one more way in a moment. So find your downward dog, your inverted V shape, and you can walk it out or stretch up and down or find stillness. Okay, back down to knees and hands. This time, don't tuck your toes behind you. Keep the feet flat on the floor and hover. Lift the knees a couple inches from the mat. Can you get back to down dog this way, rolling over the tops of your feet? Give it a try. And we'll meet in down dog. All right, from downward dog, we're going to look front and step our feet to the front of our yoga mat. Be at the front of your yoga mat. Relax your legs. You can bend them. You can give the backs of the legs a massage, the front of the legs. Carve out just a few seconds to do something good for any area of your legs that are tight. And then we'll come to forward fold with bent arms. Remember, we did this lying on our back. So we're hugging the elbows and swaying maybe, or circling or just hanging. Okay, let's come back to center and then switch the grab of the elbow, put the other one on top. And again, just hang or sway or circle, anything that feels good. Release the elbows. Now find your flat back. Let's start by sliding the hands up above the knees. Again, reaching the hips, letting the hips press out of the back, crown of the head forward. And then fold again. Let's roll up slowly to stand. Rolling up slowly to stand. All right. Find your footing. Feet are about hips width apart, right under you. Maybe moving forward and back on the balls and heels of your feet. And then find your grounding. Belly's pulling in. Let's relax the arms by our side. And we're simply going to inhale, circle the arms up. Palms are going to press. We did this just like when we were seated. Good, and then just let the arms go back down. Let's try it again 2 more times. Inhale to reach up and look up, get long. Exhale to let it go. 1 more time. Circle the arms, press the palms. Excuse me. And this time, lean to your right. To your right, I'm going the opposite. Take it all the way back up. Palms press, feet press down, and then lean to your left. Let's take it all the way back up. And this time, take a twist. Take your left arm straight ahead and your right arm back. And turn to look over your right shoulder. Find focus, find stillness. Good, and then let's take it all the way back up and overhead and try the other direction. Right arm to the front, left arm back. Turn to look over your left arm. Use your eyes. Good, and then all the way back. This time, palms press overhead and bend the elbows. Send the palms behind your head. And all the way up and hands to our heart. Let's take the feet nice and wide. We're going to do 2 or 3 standing poses and then come back down to the mat. So let's begin feet wide in a wide straddle. Actually, you can even use your yoga strap here if you have one. You can take it behind you and grip it as you fold forward. That might feel good. Or you can just clasp your hands. So we're taking a forward fold, either using the belt. You can fool around with how to hold it, how to grip it, or just clasp the hands. Just going to be here for another couple breaths. All right, finish up and then release the belt or the clasp and bring the hands down. Now we're going to turn the fingers towards the heels. And then slowly walk your fingers behind you. Fingers are pointing back. All right, and then we're going to walk the hands forward, the fingers forward, and turn the fingers forward and start to walk your hands forward. You can keep the feet flat on the floor, or you can press into your toes, down into your heels. You can move forward and back. So take some time to explore. And then come back to still for another breath before we walk our hands back in. Hands come to the hips and press up. Protect your back. Press all the way up. Good. All right. Now we're going to turn our right foot out. And this is, I forgot to say, if you get your block, always forget about. We're going to take we're going to carve out 5 breaths for a nice triangle. Have your block if you're using it outside your right ankle. You don't have to use the block if you don't want. Let's begin by reaching out through the arms, pressing into the feet, and then stretching. Hands can come to the block or the shin. And look up or down. What did I say? 5 breaths? Okay, I think I said that. So I'm going to count 5. And again, keep that attention to the inner workings of your body and the inner sensation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down at your right foot and press yourself all the way up. Let's go again to that wide forward fold. So toes are pointing straight ahead, hands on the hips this time. Inhale, and then slowly exhale, flat back and all the way down. Walk your hands forward again, 2 breaths. Walk your hands back to the middle, up to the hips, and rise up. If you're using the block, have it outside your left ankle for triangle. Again, we're going to carve out 5 breaths. Stretch out your arms, but relax the shoulders down. Shoulder blades down. Stretch. Lower left hand to block or shin. Look up or down. Or close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down at your left foot. Press into the feet and come all the way up. Release your hands. Let's turn our toes and heel toe our feet in. Back where we started in the standing pose, feet hips width apart. Inhale, circle the arms up. Press the palms. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's stay here in mountain pose. Close the eyes. Drop inward into the sensations you're feeling and into the breathing. Open the eyes and release the hands. Come to the middle of your mat. Come to the middle of your mat. Excuse me. We're going to crouch down. And one more stretch for the toes. So you can either sit here, crouch down in the toes stretch, or you can hold a block, or you can hold your legs or press your palms. And then we'll bring our hands back down either to the block or the floor and lower your knees down. Still keeping the toes tucked. Let's just sit up. Couple more breaths. You can stretch your arms overhead, lace your fingers. And then release. Now, untuck your toes so that the tops of the feet are on the mat and sit back. And as you sit back, press your hands and lift your knees, stretching out the front of your ankles. Let's go again. Relax, rest. And then lean back and lift those knees. Good. And then come all the way back up. Let's take the feet to the left. The knees are pointing to the right for Vajrasana. We're going to take one more twist. So feet are to the left, knees are pointing right. Let's take our right hand behind us. Lift the crown and take a twist. Use your eyes, gazing, stretching with your eyes, looking over your right shoulder or off to the right. Last breath here in Vajrasana. And release. Let's take the other side. So feet to the right, knees to the left. Left hand behind us. Sit up tall and look over the left shoulder as you twist. Last breath here. And unwind. Okay, we're going to go ahead and press the feet into the mat. Let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to reach our arms forward and lie down to your back. We're going to take a couple variations of the pigeon stretch on our back. Let's begin with pressing the right foot into the ground, left ankle over the right knee. This might be enough for you. I guess I'll turn this way. This might be enough of a stretch for you. If you want more deeper stretch, raise your right foot and thread your hands behind your right leg. Pull your legs a little closer in. Feet are flexed. You can even circle out your ankles if you need to loosen up. So one of those pigeon variations. Let's hold for a few breaths. All right. Coming to release now. If you're holding behind the thigh, release your hands and go ahead and fully cross that left ankle over the right knee and press down on the tops of your feet. All right, and release. Let's go ahead and put the feet down again. Let's try the pigeon variation on the other side. Keep the left foot on the ground, cross the right ankle right over the knee. You can stay here. This is a great one. To go deeper, lift your left foot, interlace your hands behind your left thigh, pull the legs closer. Eyes open or closed. Last breath in whatever variation of pigeon you're doing, and then release to cross the legs so the right knee is over the left. Press down onto your tops of your feet. Pull your feet down towards the ground. Good, and release. Let's go ahead and take the feet down. They're pressing into the wide edges of the mat again. Cactus the arms. We did this earlier. And let your knees fall from one side to the other. The next time they fall to the right, let them stay there and look away. So look left. All right, let's come back to the middle. Let your knees fall to the right and left. The next time they fall off to the left, turn your head away. Good, and back to center. Let's come back to butterfly, supine butterfly. Your your feet pressing together, and hold behind your head with your hands. Let the elbows stretch wide. Open up the chest, open up to the breath. And we're going to do 10 yoga crunches here. Nice and gentle. Inhale, and then exhale, crunch up. Inhale, come down. That was 1. Inhale, exhale, crunch up. 2. Inhale, come down. Exhale, 3. Inhale, down. Exhale, crunch up. 4. Inhale, down. Exhale, 5. Inhale, down. Exhale, 6. Inhale, down. Exhale, 7. Pull the belly down. Inhale, down. Exhale, 8. Did I miscount? I think we're on 8. Inhale, down. Exhale, 9. Pressing the feet together. Inhale, down. Last one, 10. Crunch up, 10. And inhale, down. Release your head. Stretch out one leg at a time, one arm at a time. Grab your blanket if you're cold as we get ready for final Shavasana. So time to get your blanket. I forgot to say that before. All right, moving into final Shavasana. Together we'll take a few clearing breaths and then relax into it. Inhale through your nose. Hold. Exhale, open your mouth with a sigh, with any sound, let it go. Inhale. Hold. And exhale through an open mouth, let it go. All right, again, last one. Inhale. The loudest one yet. Exhale. All right, I invite you to let the body go now. Let your head go, your shoulders, your arms, your hips, your back, your legs, your feet. Everything you were controlling now let go. Let your breath flow natural. Let your thoughts go. Let your emotions go. Let your mind go. Enjoy your Shavasana.